Why, hello there. Hey guys, so this video is my book review over The Raven Boys, which is written by Maggie Stiefvater. Also, just as a note, I have two videos where I read the first chapter out loud. If you're interested and would like to check that out, you can click here for part 1 and click here for part 2. Let's just jump into this, shall we? The first thing that I want to talk to you about this book is the characters. The characters are pretty much one of the most enjoyable aspects of the book for me, which is amazing because if you have great characters, you're pretty much going to be a shoo-in to have a really good, enjoyable read on your hands. Our main character is Blue. Blue is 16 and she has had a pretty interesting upbringing. And I'm not just talking about her mom believing that parents shouldn't order their kids around, but I am saying that it's pretty interesting because her family is a family of psychics. So that's a pretty interesting family dynamic, right? So Blue has grown up with her single parent mother and then the rest of her aunts, all of who have special different gifts. The main thing that I really enjoy and love about Blue is a very sensible character. She has a very good head on her shoulders. So the next group of characters that I'm going to talk to you about are the characters that make up the group, the Raven Boys, which is conveniently what the title of the book is called. So the first character that I'm going to talk about that belongs to the group, the Raven Boys, is Gansey. And Gansey is definitely hands down the leader of this group. He's kind of the glue that holds this group together. So Gansey is on a quest to find Glyndor, who is the immortal king. So let's just talk about Gansey for a second. I personally find Gansey a really great character. I personally think that he's really cute, not in the aspect of like, oh my gosh, he's so like hotness, but just like how he interacts with people, and then he has really good intentions, but he definitely is clueless to certain kinds of boundaries that people have. So he typically oversteps those boundaries sometimes without realizing that he is, and then not understanding why that isn't such a good thing and why he can't get the outcome that he would like. I would kind of equate Gansey to a puppy dog. As in, he does bad shit, so he might do stuff that might piss you off, like pee and crap on the floor or eat your laptop, or maybe, you know, accidentally kill the hamster. But all in all, he's a really stinking cute puppy, and you still kind of just, you love him because of it. But just such a stinking cute little puppy. Gansey can kind of come off as flippant sometimes, but he actually has a lot of depth to him, and I was really surprised that when I get to know his character, just how much healing and everything else that he has, and actually how like dedicated he is to his quest and what he's doing, and how much he actually cares about and supports his friends, even though he may not have the best ideas or ways he goes about showing that. The next Raven Boy that I'm going to talk about is Adam. And I'm going to have to be honest with you guys, I really didn't care so much for Adam's character. He is the scholarship student. You can kind of see though that he is kind of particularly bitter. His conflict and what he goes through in the situation that he's in with his family that is revealed in the book, I really didn't have that much empathy for him. I know sounds really awful, but I wouldn't say that I didn't have empathy for the situation that he was in. The way that he handled things, mainly his perspective of why things were happening and why he had to do things a certain way, and mainly his perspective over Gansey's actions, which is the main thing that really pissed me off about him. I sympathize and empathize with that whole situation, and I get it, that's terrible. Hey, Adam, we're gonna have a come to Jesus meeting right now. You just pretty much need to change your perspective on other people's actions that actually care about you and are trying to help you. Then you won't be so pissed off, angry, and bitter and jealous about certain things. Change how you perceive things, okay? Just do that and you'll be okay. The next Raven Boy is Rowan. Rowan is kind of the character that you pretty much are meant not to like. And when I say this, I say it because out of all the boys, he's pretty much the most hostile. He's the kind of guy that really enjoys getting to tear someone apart, verbally, emotionally. I would equate Rowan to a pile of broken glass in the driveway. And when you're little and you're riding your bike and then somehow you fall off your bike and you land sand and this pile of broken glass. That's pretty much the equivalent of Rowan. Even though Rowan is the character that you're not really supposed to like, I liked him. I really think that Rowan is a very deep, complex character. The thing that just kept coming to my mind because of the amount of damage and hurt that he would just release upon people was, you have an insane amount of pain inside of you, because people who are hurt other people. And the last character that I wanted to talk about is Noah. I know that some people didn't really like Noah or care for Noah. How could you not like Noah? When I was writing down my thoughts about each and every character, when I came to Noah, I just pretty much wrote equal heart. See, look, there it is, Noah equal heart. I don't really understand the reason why some people may not like Noah. I think that he is a very endearing character, and when you first meet him, you realize that he's not someone that is up in the forefront spotlight of things that are happening. And as the story unfolds, you find out the reason why that is. And let me just say, it's a big plot twist. I was like, no, are you freaking for real right now? This is a paranormal book, but it's not paranormal in the sense that there are vampires, werewolves. It's more related to spirits, ghosts, psychics, that kind of paranormal. Blue herself is not a psychic. She can't see spirits. She has a particular gift, and that is that she kind of amplifies spiritual, paranormal activities so that it's easier for other people who have the gift of, seeing that stuff. It makes it easier for them to see, hear, whatnot. Another main thing that you must know about Blue, she has her guard on pretty much all the time when it comes to the area of boys, because she has been told by several different members of her psychic family at different times that the person that she falls in love with will die. However, things happen and begin to unfold, and she ends up having this notebook, diary, journal thing in her possession that belongs to one of the Raven boys. And after reading it, flipping through it, she's like, you know what? I think that I can help them with what they're looking for. So this book is pretty much mainly about a quest, and this quest is to find Glyndor, who is the immortal king, through ley lines. And these ley lines are energy field map things, I guess. And then when you throw in the fact that rumor has it you get to ask this guy for a wish, other people become really interested in finding this dude too. And these other people, definitely no one I would want to be stuck in the middle of a magical mystical forest with. I would feel pretty threatened and just kind of stressed out about what's gonna be happening to my well-being. So with all that said, that I really enjoyed about this book, I loved the paranormal aspect of this story. I really enjoyed the plot, this quest. It was really interesting, and then above all, I loved the characters in this story. There is one thing that I must mention that I did not like about the story, and that is how certain things were written and things that were kind of unclear. The majority of the book is written really well. There are some parts of the book where it's kind of confusing, and I found myself rereading certain sections several times to make sure that what I thought was happening was actually happening in the story, because it was just a little confusing. So with all that being said, I give The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater 4 stars out of 5. It was a really great read all in all, and it was just really refreshing, and I would definitely recommend this book to you. Thank you so much for all of your time, and I hope that you found this review helpful and that maybe you'll give this book a shot. So until next time, peace out, Girl Scouts.